Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel TOLCNR. Suprabhat, good morning friends. In this video, we will see Land Acquisition Act. Total two questions asked under this examination. First question is, within what period from the date of publication of the declaration, if no award is made, the entire proceeding for the acquisition of land shall lapse as per the right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013. First option is 6 months, second option 12 month, third option 18 month, fourth option 24 month. B option is correct, 12 month. Within 12 months from the date of publication of the declaration, if no award is made, the entire proceeding for the acquisition of land shall lapse as per the right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013, right? Next question is, what is the minimum percentage of affected families that need to give their prior consent for acquiring land for private companies as per the right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013? First option is 75%, second option 80%, third option 90%, fourth option 100%. Option B is correct, 18%. 18% is the minimum percentage of affected families that need to give their prior consent for acquiring land for private companies as per the right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013, right? Next question is, the Land Acquisition Act 1894 came into force on. First option is first day of January 1894. Second option first day of February 1894. And third option is first day of March 1894. Last option is first day of April 1894. Option C is correct, first day of March 1894. The Land Acquisition Act 1894 came into force on first day of March 1894, right? Next question is, a specified person under right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Settlement Act 2013 means any person other than option A, appropriate government, option B, government company, option C, association of persons or trust or society wholly or partially added by the appropriate government or controlled by the appropriate government. Option D, all of these. Option D is correct, all of these. A specified person under right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013 means any person other than appropriate government, government companies, association of person or trust or society wholly or partially added by the appropriate government or controlled by the appropriate government, right? Next question is, according to right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013, appropriate government can acquire the land for which of the following purposes. First, for strategic purposes relating to naval, military, air force and armed forces of the Union. Second, project for water harvesting and water conservation structure sanitation. Third, project for projects affected families. Fourth, projects for sports, health care, tourism, transportation or space program. Option A 1, 2 and 3, option B 2, 3 and 4, option C 1, 2 and 4, option D 1, 2, 3 and 4. Option D is correct, 1, 2, 3 and 4. According to right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013, appropriate government can acquire the land for purposes for strategic purposes relating to naval, military, air force and armed forces of the union, and project for water harvesting and water conservation, structure sanitation, and projects affected families, and projects for sports, healthcare, tourism, transportation or space program, right? Next question is, under Land Acquisition Act 1894, the expression company means. Option A, a company as defined in Section 3 of the Companies Act 1956, other than a government company, refers to in Clause CC. Second option, a company as defined in Section 2 of the Companies Act 1956, other than a government company, referred to in Clause C. Option third, a company as defined in Section 1 of the Companies Act 1956, other than a government company, referred to in Clause C3. Fourth option, a company as defined in Section 6 of the Companies Act 1956, other than a government company, referred to in Clause C. Option A is correct. A company as defined in Section 3 of the Companies Act 1956, other than government companies, are referred to in Clause CC. Under Land Acquisition Act 1894, the expression company means a company as defined in Section 3 of the Companies Act 1956, other than a government company, referred to in Clause CC. Next question is, the objective of Land Acquisition Act 1894 are. First option is an act to amend the law for the acquisition of land for public purposes and for industry. Option B, an act to amend the law for the purchase of land for public purposes and for business. Third option, an act to amend the law for the possession of land for public purpose and for manufacturing. Option D, an act to amend the law for acquisition of land for public purposes and for companies. Option D is correct, an act to amend the law for the acquisition of land for public purposes and for companies. The objectives of Land Acquisition Act 1894 are an act to amend the law for the acquisition of land for public purposes and for companies, right? Next question is, the Land Acquisition Act 2013 replaced which earlier legislation? Option A, Land Acquisition Act 1894. Option B, Land Acquisition Act 1956. Option C, Land Acquisition Act 1962. Option D, Land Acquisition Act 1974. Option A is correct, Land Acquisition Act 1894. The Land Acquisition Act 2013 replaced Land Acquisition Act 1894, right? Next question is, which ministry is responsible for administering the Land Acquisition Act 2013? Option A is Ministry of Home Affairs, option B Ministry of Finance, and option C Ministry of Law and Justice, and option D Ministry of Rural Development. Option D is correct. Ministry of Rural Development is responsible for administering the Land Acquisition Act 2013, right? Next question is, how many schedules are there in the Land Acquisition Act 2013? Option C, 3 schedules are there in the Land Acquisition Act 2013. Next question, the first schedule of the Act contains provisions related to. First option, acquisition of land. Second option, compensation and rehabilitation. Third option, urgency clause. And fourth option, determination of market value. Option D is correct, determination of market value. The first schedule of the Act contains provisions related to determination of market value, right? Next question is, what is the minimum percentage of affected families that need to give their consent for acquiring land for private companies? Option A 70%, option B 80%, option C 90%, option D 100%. Option B is correct. 80% is the minimum percentage of affected families that need to give their consent for acquiring land for private companies, right? Next question is, what is the time limit for the completion of the acquisition process under the Act. First option 1 year, second option 2 years, third option 3 years, and fourth option 5 years. Option C is correct. 3 years is the time limit for the completion of the acquisition process under the Act, right? Next question is the Act mandates that the compensation amount should be determined by the first option district collector, second option state government, third option central government, and fourth option land acquisition, rehabilitation and resettlement authority. Option A is correct, district collector. The Act mandates that the compensation amount should be determined by the district collector, right? Next question is what is the maximum limit on the market value for compensation under the Act? Option first 1.5 times the market value. 2 times the market value, second option. 3 times the market value, third option. 4 times the market value. Option C is correct. 3 times the market value is the maximum limit on the market value for compensation under the Act, right? Next question is the Act provides for additional compensation in case of what condition? Option A is inflation, option B is delay in payment, option C is displacement, option D is environmental impact, option B is correct, delay in payment. The Act provides for additional compensation in case of delay in payment condition. Next question is which section of the Act deals with the urgency clause? Option A section 9, option B section 17, option C section 24, option D section 30. Option B is correct, section 17 of the Act deals with the urgency clause, right? Next question is the Act provides for the establishment of which authority for dispute resolution. Option A National Green Tribunal, option B Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Authority, option C Central Administrative Tribunal, and option D Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Option B is correct, Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Authority. Next question is what is the minimum compensation amount for acquired land under the Act? 1.5 times the market value, 2 times the market value, 3 times the market value, and 4 times the market value. Option B is correct, 2 times the market value is the minimum compensation amount for acquired land under the Act, right? That's all for today. Thank you so much. If you like this series, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Jai Hind.